Hi, it's Toby from Heavyweight MMA here with MMA Fighter Diego Pereira. Before his big fight coming up, man, how are you?
Man, I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I think last time you asked me this question, you're like, well, you always say that, but then, this deep into fight camp, you got to be feeling some type of way. But that feeling still remains. But, man, I'm feeling very, very excited for this fight coming up. And I feel better than I did last time around. So you can expect big things.
Man, like we talk about the thick of training, 3 weeks and 1 day out, bro. The last 2 weeks are always the hardest, right? I mean, the 2 weeks before the last one.
Um, it's just the compound of it all. It's like day by day, and I've been going at it really since my last fight. I didn't take a break. I just kind of eased off for the following week, but then I was right back into training, right back into just learning, and already obviously we knew who we were gonna face. So it was kind of like you didn't. There was no rest. It was right back into camp and training and preparation again because you knew who you were going to face next, and that was right around the corner. So I've been at it since the last one. So that thing compounds. And like I said last time, I know how to manage the stress and when to pull back, etc. But coming up to the last couple of weeks, yeah, it definitely gets hard. We definitely got to keep pushing and understanding. Hey, we're almost there, and stay focused on the task at hand.
So that's it, man. 2nd of December, Eternal MMA 72 on the Gold Coast, fighting Justin Van Heerden again for the second time. How do you feel about him as an opponent for you?
I like the matchup. I feel he's very strong at the moment. He's on a good streak. He's slightly different from the guy I faced 5 years ago, but still, I feel we're completely different stylistically. We different approach to the game we have. We come from both from strong camps, so I feel he's going to be well prepared. So I'm looking forward to it because we're both hungry for this opportunity. We're both at a crossroads. We face each other once. We're now facing each other again. We have so much history, and given that it is for a title, I don't think any one of us is going to be willing to walk out of there without getting our hands raised. So this is going to make for a great show for the people. So I'm very excited about that.
That's it, man. Hey, I asked Justin what's his prediction for the fight, and he said 3 things in life are certain: death, taxes, and that he's going to take the belt home and he's going to finish it before the distance, man. So what's your take on that, and what's your prediction?
Well, he's a funny man. He's a funny man with the anecdotes, but we know who was faced down on the canvas the first time we faced each other. That's edged in his brain, though he tries to say it's not. When somebody gets beat once, you never forget, especially when you get knocked out cold in front of your people. So we'll see who's going to be walking out with their hands raised, and we'll see who finishes who on December 2nd.
And for you, bro, also, like, it's got to be etched in your brain. It's part of your life experience, bro. So how does it feel for you knowing that you have the potential to do that again?
Man, I'm not chasing it. I'm so much better than I was the first time we faced each other. I know my potential. I know what I can do, and obviously having that potential is gives you confidence. But I know also that I'm very well rounded, and I'm much better than he is. So I have trust in my skills and trust in the work that I put in, and that's the confidence that I bring. That I'm gonna finish him wherever this fight goes, no matter what. I'm gonna win this fight.
That's it, man. And you guys have trained before. So when you did train together, what would you say you felt your advantages were over him?
Honestly, man, like not being cocky, he knows this. Whenever we train together, there were very few instances that he got anything on me. You know what I'm saying? In the training room, whether he was striking, whether he was wrestling, whether he was in the cage, whatever, I was always on top. I was always winning the exchanges. There were very few instances that he would win anything, and that would usually be when he would start with a certain position or something. We were doing certain drills or whatever. Then I would start from a negative position or something. But if we were sparring or something like that, you can ask anybody. I don't have what's understood doesn't have to be explained. He knows who's the better guy, and the fact that he's in a different team and doing different things or whatever, beating some other people, is is giving him this confidence to say that he's gonna finish me. I like that. I like that he's confident, because when I beat him again, there's gonna be no doubt. And I love breaking people when they feel confident, just like the last few opponents. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see.
Cool, man. And so looking at your first fight, I would say you obviously look like you had a speed advantage and probably balance and takedown defense kind of looked very good in that fight as well. Justin looked in the video looks slightly bigger, like just physically looks pretty strong and big. Is that true to say, or it's not really like that? Because sometimes videos are not really like reality. You know what I mean?
No, if there's one thing that he's very good at, he's clinching. He's very strong there. He's definitely strong. He's definitely
All right, bro. So your last fight was against Alan Philpott. Rather. It was a mad fight, man. How did you feel in that one? It was a good one. It was pretty active, interesting to watch.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I wanted to put on a show. I wanted to make a statement because he was the number one contender spot, and I knew I was the better fighter. I knew I had just to come out there and impose my will, and that's what I did. I wanted to close the distance, and so I decided, hey, what better way to close the distance than with a flying kick to the straight off the bat. Didn't work as I planned, but I think I got what I wanted done. Closed the distance, made him rest, and then got him to where I wanted and show. So even faster than Van Heerden did. So yeah, that was clean.
Yeah, man. That flying kick was full on, man. Straight into it. Do you normally, aim to do that, just to straight into the attack, bro? Straight into the fray?
Nah, normally I don't. It just depends the opponent. The game plan for Alan was to close the distance, was to make him wrestle, was to not let him flow with his boxing and everything. He's sharp, he's composed, but we know that under pressure he wilts, and he didn't do too well in the past against grapplers, and so we knew that that's where we were going to have the most success. So we want to go to strike with him on the feet a little bit, and then get close that distance. But then I said, I'm going to do this straight away and just go all out. And that's what I did. I just decided. My teams didn't even know. I just decided, and I was like, I'm not going to tell them because they're going to try to talk me out of it. So I just jumped in there and did a spontaneous decision, and a successful one.
Why not, man? So flying kick, flying knee, bro, kind of brings me to one of your countrymen, the Mr. Pereira that's fighting this weekend against Israel Adesanya, bro. Same last name, likes to do flying shit every now and again, does a nice jumping like a scissor knee. What do you think about that fight and who you got?
Wow. Why did you ask me that question? Listen, I am torn. I'm torn about that fight because I love both guys. I'm such a huge fan of both guys. Been following their careers since their kickboxing days, and obviously Adesanya being my guy, black dude, African, I can relate so much to his struggles, his journey, and what he's trying to do. I train with some of the guys that are from City. I want to go to City Kickboxing and train with all that. So I fully support Israel Adesanya, and I'm a tremendous fan and look up to him so much. And in the same token, so is Alex Pereira, a countryman, a guy who's also on the grind, comes from humble beginnings, and he's out there doing his thing. And so they both have similar paths. So I'm just neutral on this one, man. I'm not picking any sides. I'm just looking forward to this fight, and I know it's going to be a great show. So
yeah. So you're Switzerland, bro. Any other fights on there that you're looking forward to in particular?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Chandler versus Poirier fight. I believe that's going to be a burn, and I believe I got Michael Chandler in that one.
The favourite is Poirier because of his boxing skills, but yeah, you got to wonder how it'll go if it does go to the grapple a little more.
Well, I think Chandler has made some adjustments since his last few. He's just been looking to just go in and just threw himself into the fire too much without thinking. And then by the sounds of it, right now he's more focused on becoming a champion, and so he's obviously got to look at who he's fighting and have a game plan and problem solving there. You can't just throw yourself into the fire and just hope for the best. So I think he's going to be more calculated, and I believe he's going to have a more well-rounded toolbox to be able to deal with Poirier and take him to the distance, or maybe even finish him on the ground or something.
True, bro. All right, man. There was a little bit of an internet flicker there, so we'll just go to the last question, bro. So 2022 has been a good year. You can try and finish with a good win coming up in December 2nd. What would you see as an ideal year in 2023 if it could happen like you want it to happen?
Well, 2023, we're gonna start off strong, and we're gonna defend the belt. We're gonna capture the Eternal belt December 2nd, and then we're gonna defend it at least twice next year. But hey, UFC is coming in February. I'm looking to capture this title, put my name up there, be at the top, and who knows, man? Perfect world, they give me a shot. Somebody pulls out, and I'm in that February card in Perth in the UFC. You know, that's how I see it. If I could have it my way. But if not, I'm looking to defend that title at least twice next year, 2, 3 times or whatever, and then get my shot at a contender series or something potentially towards the end of the year. That's my competitive year next year. That's how it's looking.
Sounds good, man. Sounds like a plan. Man, best of luck with the fight. May the best man win. I'm kind of Switzerland on this one too because both of you talked to me about the one. So good luck to both of you. May the best man win, man. I'll look forward to it and I'll definitely be watching.
All right, Toby. Thanks for that, man. I appreciate it. Tune in. It's going to be a great one.
Will do. Thanks, bro.